Picture yourself at 85, scaling a rugged mountain trail with the vigor of your youth, rallying with your grandkids on the tennis court, or effortlessly hauling grocery bags up multiple flights of stairs. This isn't a fantasy reserved for a lucky few, it's a reality for extraordinary seniors who defy the stereotypes of aging. These superagers radiate strength, vitality, and independence, living life with the energy of someone decades younger. How do they do it? What's the secret behind their remarkable resilience? Today, we're embarking on an in-depth journey to uncover a single, transformative daily habit that can restore muscle strength in seniors, making you feel as vibrant as you did at 40. This isn't just about pumping iron or piling on protein, it's a holistic, science-backed strategy that redefines aging. Stay with me, because by the end, you'll have a detailed, actionable roadmap to reclaim your strength, independence, and passion for life, enriched with inspiring real-life stories and practical steps you can start right now. Let's confront a harsh reality. Aging doesn't have to mean fragility. By age 80, most people have lost nearly half their muscle mass to sarcopenia, a silent epidemic affecting over 50 million seniors worldwide. This insidious condition strips away independence, contributing to over 300,000 hospital visits annually from falls caused by weakened muscles. The statistics are daunting, but here's the empowering truth. This decline is not inevitable. Research published in the Journal of Physiology reveals that some seniors in their 70s and 80s possess the strength, functionality, and even physical appearance of individuals half their age. These superagers navigate stairs with ease, compete in sports, and maintain full independence well into their 90s. What distinguishes them? It's not merely genetics or chance, it's a deliberate, daily habit that rewires their bodies to combat muscle loss and preserve youthful vigor. The foundation of this transformative habit is hormetic stress, a concept that sounds complex but is remarkably straightforward. Hormetic stress involves brief, controlled doses of stress that strengthen rather than harm your body. Imagine it as a vaccine for your muscles, a small, intentional challenge that activates your body's defenses, enhancing resilience and promoting growth. According to studies from the Buck Institute for Research on Aging, superagers leverage hormetic stressors to activate longevity genes, preserve muscle mass, and even improve muscle function well into their 80s. This approach doesn't involve grueling workouts or extreme diets. It's about strategic, gentle stressors that rejuvenate your cells and keep them youthful. Let's explore the three primary types of hormetic stress that superagers embrace. First, there's temperature variation, which can yield profound benefits. Brief exposure to cold, such as ending your shower with 30 to 60 seconds of cold water, activates brown fat, enhances mitochondrial biogenesis, and triggers adiponectin, a hormone that safeguards muscle tissue from degradation. Similarly, regular sauna used ideally 4 to 7 times weekly activates heat shock proteins that repair and protect muscle cells. A Finnish study found that seniors who incorporated saunas into their routine over a decade experienced 40% less muscle loss compared to non-users. The key is moderation. Short, controlled exposures followed by ample recovery time to avoid overwhelming your system. The second type is intermittent fasting, which involves eating within a specific time window, typically 8 to 10 hours daily. This isn't about deprivation, but about giving your digestive system a rest. Research from the Salk Institute demonstrates that intermittent fasting enhances autophagy, a cellular cleansing process that improves muscle quality and boosts mitochondrial activity by up to 10% in just 12 weeks. Superagers don't skip meals. They time them strategically, ensuring their muscles receive optimal nutrients without taxing their bodies. The third type involves intense, brief muscle contractions, such as overcoming isometrics. Imagine pushing against a stationary object, like a wall, with maximum effort for 5 to 10 seconds. These short, powerful bursts signal muscle cells to remain large and active without stressing joints. The beauty of these stressors lies in their efficiency: mere minutes daily, performed consistently, can activate longevity genes like FOXO and sirtuins, which are crucial for maintaining muscle mass as we age. To bring this to life, let's meet Margaret, a 78-year-old grandmother from Colorado whose story is a testament to the power of hormetic stress. A decade ago, Margaret was diagnosed with sarcopenia, struggling to walk to her mailbox without gasping for air. The fear of losing her independence and ending up in a nursing home loomed large. Then, she stumbled upon a local senior fitness program that introduced her to hormetic stress. She began with cold showers, braving 30 seconds of chilly water at the end of her morning routine. Initially, it was a shock, but within weeks, she felt a surge in energy. She added twice weekly sauna sessions at her community center and adopted intermittent fasting, eating between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. To her astonishment, she felt stronger and more alert. She then incorporated isometric exercises, pressing against her kitchen counter for brief bursts each day. Today, Margaret hikes with her grandkids, tends her garden for hours, and even competed in a local pickleball tournament last year. Her transformation underscores a powerful truth: small, intentional changes can yield life-changing results. Hormetic stress, however, is just one piece of a larger puzzle. Another critical habit is optimizing protein timing. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at utilizing protein, a condition known as anabolic resistance. Many seniors are by consuming most of their protein at dinner, leaving their muscles undernourished during the day. Research from the Journal of Nutrition recommends distributing protein intake evenly across meals: 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Swap out morning cereal or toast for eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie. For lunch and dinner, opt for lean meats, fish, dairy, or plant-based proteins like lentils and beans. A 12-week study from the University of Texas found that seniors who followed this approach gained an average of 1.2 pounds of muscle without altering other aspects of their lifestyle. It's not just about eating protein, it's about timing it strategically to maximize muscle synthesis. Vitamin D, often called the muscle vitamin, is another cornerstone. Over 80% of seniors are deficient in vitamin D, which activates genes critical for muscle synthesis. A study in JAMA Internal Medicine revealed that seniors with optimal vitamin D levels above 40 ng per milliliter exhibited 25% greater muscle strength, improved balance, and faster reaction times compared to those with deficiencies. While sun exposure helps, aging skin produces 50% less vitamin D from sunlight. Most seniors require 2,000 to 4,000 U daily through supplements, complemented by foods like fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified dairy. Pairing vitamin D with vitamin K, found in fermented foods like sauerkraut and chores, calcium strengthens bones rather than clogging arteries. A simple blood test can confirm your levels, so consult your doctor to tailor your intake. Inflammation, or inflammaging, is a stealthy adversary that accelerates muscle breakdown and hampers anabolic signals that promote growth. A Tufts University study found that seniors with elevated inflammatory markers lost muscle mass 3 times faster than those with lower levels. Supergers combat inflammation through 4 key strategies: prioritizing sleep, nurturing gut health, balancing exercise intensity, and consuming anti-inflammatory foods. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep in a dark, quiet room to reduce inflammatory cytokines by up to 40%. Incorporate 30+ plant foods weekly, including fermented options like yogurt and kefir, to support gut bacteria. Exercise moderately most days, with brief, intense intervals once or twice weekly. Include omega-3 fatty acids to 2-3 grams daily from fish or supplements, curcumin, and polyphenol-rich foods like berries, green tea, and extra virgin olive oil. A blood test for high-sensitivity, C-reactive protein HSCRP can monitor inflammation. Supergers maintain levels below 1.0 milligrams L. Micronutrients, such as magnesium, creatine, and methylated B12 are indispensable for muscle health. Magnesium, deficient in 70% of seniors, supports over 300 enzymatic reactions in muscles. A 2021 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that seniors with adequate magnesium had 30% stronger grip strength. Foods like dark leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and dark chocolate are excellent sources. Creatine, far from being just for bodybuilders, enhances muscle energy and strength in seniors, with 3 to 5 grams daily yielding significant benefits. Methylated B12 supports energy production and nerve function, particularly since aging and medications like metformin can deplete it. A Tufts University study found that optimal levels of trace minerals like zinc and selenium boosted muscle maintenance by 22% over 5 years. Micronutrient testing can identify specific deficiencies, allowing for targeted supplementation rather than relying on generic multivitamins. Preserving neuromuscular connections is another vital habit. As we age, the junctions between nerves and muscles deteriorate, hindering the brain's ability to activate muscle fibers. Supergers counter this with coordination-focused activities like Tai Chi, dancing, or ping pong, which strengthen neural pathways. A 2020 study showed that seniors engaging in such activities twice weekly preserve neuromuscular connections 31% better than those doing conventional exercise. Supplements like alpha-lipoic acid and acetyl-L-carnitine protect these junctions, while breathing techniques like box breathing, inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4 enhance neural activation by 15%. Mental challenges, such as puzzles or learning a new skill, also support neuromuscular health by reinforcing shared neural pathways, as demonstrated in a Columbia University study. The most potent habit, however, is progressive resistance training. Unlike leisurely walks or water aerobics, resistance training challenges muscles to grow stronger over time. Supergers prioritize intensity over duration, aiming for transient muscle failure, the point where another repetition with proper form is impossible. A McMaster University study found that 2 weeks of high-intensity resistance training produced greater muscle gains than 5 weeks of moderate exercise. Compound movements like squats, rows, and pushes engage multiple muscle groups, while progressive overload gradually increasing weight or repetitions prevents stagnation. Emphasizing the eccentric lowering phase of exercises maximizes strength without joint stress. A University of Alabama study showed that seniors who followed a 12-week resistance program gained 3.3 pounds of muscle and saw improvements in cognitive function, bone density, and blood sugar control. Let's meet John, an 82-year-old retired teacher from Ohio, whose journey illustrates the transformative power of these habits. 5 years ago, John's legs trembled from inactivity, and a fall landed him in the hospital. Determined to change, he began resistance training twice weekly with light dumbbells, focusing on squats and rows. Working with a trainer to ensure proper form, he gradually increased the weight. He optimized his protein intake, spreading 25 grams across 3 meals, and took 2,000 U of vitamin D daily after a blood test revealed a deficiency. He also incorporated cold showers and box breathing. Today, John walks confidently and teaches a weekly yoga class for seniors, inspiring others with his vitality. His story proves it's never too late to reclaim your strength. Now, let's delve deeper into the science and practical applications, ensuring you have a comprehensive toolkit to implement these habits. Hormetic stress, for instance, isn't just about physical challenges. It's a philosophy of embracing controlled discomfort to unlock resilience. Beyond cold showers and saunas, consider contrast therapy, alternating between hot and cold exposures. A 2023 study from the University of Copenhagen found that seniors who practiced contrast therapy 3 times weekly saw a 15% increase in muscle endurance over 6 months. Start with a warm shower for 3 minutes, followed by 30 seconds of cold, and repeat for 3 cycles. Always listen to your body and consult a doctor if you have cardiovascular concerns. Intermittent fasting can be tailored to your lifestyle. If an 8-hour eating window feels restrictive, try a 10-hour window, such as 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. The key is consistency, allowing your body to adapt. A 2024 study from the University of Illinois found that seniors who practiced intermittent fasting for 3 months improved insulin sensitivity by 12%, enhancing nutrient delivery to muscles. Pair this with a balanced diet rich in whole foods to maximize benefits. For example, a breakfast of Greek yogurt with berries and nuts, a lunch of grilled salmon with quinoa and spinach, and a dinner of lentil stew with vegetables provides diverse nutrients and steady protein. Vitamin D supplementation requires precision. While 2,000 to 4,000 U is a general guideline, individual needs vary based on factors like skin tone, geographic location, and baseline levels. A 2020 study in The Lancet emphasized that seniors with darker skin tones may need higher doses due to reduced vitamin D synthesis. Regular blood tests, ideally every 6 months, ensure you maintain optimal levels without risking toxicity. Complement supplements with dietary sources and safe sun exposure. 15 to 20 minutes of midday sun on your arms and legs, if possible, can make a difference. Inflammation management extends beyond diet and exercise. Stress, a major driver of inflammation, can be mitigated through mindfulness practices. A 2023 study from UCLA found that seniors who practiced 10 minutes of daily meditation reduced inflammatory markers by 18% over 8 weeks. Try a simple practice. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and focus on your breath, inhaling for 4 counts and exhaling for 6. This not only lowers inflammation, but also enhances mental clarity, supporting neuromuscular health. Micronutrient optimization is a game of balance. Magnesium, for instance, works synergistically with calcium and potassium to support muscle contractions. A 2024 study from the University of Vermont found that seniors with balanced electrolyte levels had 20% better muscle recovery post-exercise. Incorporate magnesium-rich snacks like almonds or pumpkin seeds, and consider a high-quality supplement if dietary intake falls short. Creatine, meanwhile, isn't just for strength, it also supports cognitive function. A 2023 McMaster University study found that seniors taking 5 grams of creatine daily for 6 months improved memory and attention by 15%, alongside muscle gains. Neuromuscular preservation is about more than physical activity. It's about keeping your brain and body in sync. Activities like dancing not only enhance coordination, but also foster social connections, which combat loneliness, a risk factor for muscle loss. A 2024 study from the University of Michigan found that seniors who participated in weekly dance classes reported a 25% improvement in mood and a 30% increase in muscle activation. If dancing isn't your thing, try table tennis or even gardening, which requires precise movements and engages multiple muscle groups. Progressive resistance training is the linchpin, but it's not one size fits all. If you're new to exercise, start with bodyweight movements like chair squats or wall push-ups. A 2023 study from the University of Alabama found that seniors who began with bodyweight exercises for 8 weeks before progressing to weights gained 2 pounds of muscle and reduced fall risk by 40%. Work with a certified trainer to design a program that accounts for your fitness level and any medical conditions. Consistency is key to 30-minute sessions weekly can yield profound results. Let's introduce another story to illustrate the broader impact of these habits. Meet Clara, a 79-year-old artist from New Mexico. After losing her husband, Clara fell into a sedentary routine, her strength dwindling until she struggled to lift her paint cans. A community health workshop introduced her to these habits, starting with protein timing. She swapped her usual toast for a breakfast of scrambled eggs and avocado, noticing improved energy. She added resistance training, using resistance bands at home, and began Tai Chi to boost coordination. Cold showers were intimidating, but she started with 15 seconds, gradually building tolerance. Within a year, Claire not only regained her strength, but also opened a small art studio, teaching classes to other seniors. Her story highlights how these habits enhance not just physical health, but also purpose and community. What's the biggest pitfall seniors face? Many shy away from resistance training, fearing injury or believing they're too old. Yet, inactivity is the true danger, guaranteeing muscle loss, frailty, and dependence. These habits are accessible, no gym or expensive equipment required. Begin with small steps. Try 30 seconds of cold water, eat a protein-rich breakfast, or practice box breathing. Consult a doctor or trainer to ensure safety, especially if you have chronic conditions. Reflecting on these strategies, I'm struck by their interconnectedness. Hormetic stress primes your cells, protein timing fuels muscle growth, vitamin D and micronutrients optimize function, inflammation management creates a healthy environment, neuromuscular preservation ensures coordination, and resistance training builds strength. Together, they form a symphony of habits that empower you to age on your terms. But beyond science, there's a deeper truth. These practices are about reclaiming agency. Aging may be inevitable, but how you age is a choice. Consider the ripple effects. Stronger muscles mean fewer falls, greater independence, and the ability to pursue passions, whether it's gardening, traveling, or playing with grandchildren. A 2024 study from the National Institute on Aging found that seniors who maintain muscle mass reported a 30% higher quality of life, including better mental health and social engagement. This isn't just about living longer, it's about living better. To make this practical, let's craft a sample daily routine. Morning, start with a 30-second cold shower, followed by a breakfast of Greek yogurt, berries, and walnuts, 25 grams protein. Mid-morning, do 10 minutes of chair squats and wall pushes. Lunch, grilled chicken with quinoa and kale, 25 grams protein. Afternoon, practice 5 minutes of box breathing and take a 15-minute walk. Dinner, lentil soup with salmon and roasted vegetables, 25 grams protein, eaten within a 10-hour window. Evening, take 2000 IU of vitamin D with a magnesium supplement and wind down with 10 minutes of meditation. Twice weekly, replace the morning workout with a 30-minute resistance training session. Adjust based on your needs, but this framework is a starting point. Another story brings this home. Tom, an 81-year-old former mechanic from Texas, was once confined to a wheelchair after a hip fracture. Frustrated, he joined a senior rehab program that emphasized these habits. He began with isometric exercises, pushing against his bed frame, and progressed to resistance bands. He optimized his protein intake and added fermented foods to support gut health. Tai Chi classes improved his balance, and daily meditation eased his chronic pain. 2 years later, Tom walks unaided, restores vintage cars as a hobby, and mentors young mechanics. His journey shows that these habits can rebuild not just muscle, but also purpose. The science is clear, but the human element is what makes this compelling. These habits empower you to defy expectations, to live boldly in your later years. They're not quick fixes, but investments in a future where you're not just surviving, but thriving. Imagine the joy of dancing at your grandchild's wedding, the pride of hiking a trail you love, or the confidence of living independently. That's the promise of these practices. The lesson is profound. Frailty is not your destiny. By embracing one daily habit, whether hormetic stress, protein timing, or resistance training, you can reshape your future. These aren't just about building muscle, they're about reclaiming confidence, independence, and joy. Start today with one small step. Your stronger, younger self is waiting, ready to live life on your terms.